Dogs are often regarded as man's best friend, offering love, companionship, and comfort in times of need. Many people believe that dogs possess a unique ability to sense when death is imminent, and will exhibit unusual behavior as a result. This phenomenon has been reported countless times by pet owners and has even been the subject of scientific research. In this script, we will explore the emotional and scientific aspects of the belief that dogs can sense a death in the family, and the impact that it has on both humans and their furry companions. The belief that dogs can sense death in the family is not a new one. In fact, it has been around for centuries and can be traced back to ancient times. Throughout history, dogs have been used for a variety of purposes, including hunting, herding, and protection. However, they have also been recognized for their unique abilities to detect changes in the environment and in their owners. In ancient Egypt, dogs were considered sacred animals and were often depicted in art and literature. They were associated with the god Anubis, who was believed to have the power to guide the souls of the dead to the afterlife. This belief was also prevalent in ancient Greece, where dogs were thought to have the ability to see ghosts and other supernatural beings. In more recent times, dogs have been used in medical settings to help detect illnesses and predict seizures. They have also been trained to work with people who have disabilities, providing assistance and support. As a result, the belief that dogs can sense death in the family has become more widespread and has been the subject of scientific research. Regardless of the historical context, the belief that dogs possess a special ability to sense when death is near remains an emotional and deeply personal topic for many people. The bond between humans and their furry companions is a powerful one, and the idea that dogs may be able to offer comfort and support during times of illness and death is both comforting and poignant. For many pet owners, the belief that dogs can sense a death in the family is more than just a historical or scientific concept. It is a personal experience that is deeply emotional and often life-changing. Some owners report that their dogs have exhibited unusual behavior in the days or hours leading up to the death of a loved one. This behavior can include a reluctance to leave the side of the sick or dying person, a change in eating or sleeping habits, or an increase in vocalizations or whining. In my personal experience, our dog, an Alsatian, named Sahib, seemed to sense that something was amiss in the days leading up to my grandmother's passing. It would often curl up next to her and nuzzle her hand, and it seemed to be more attentive and in tune with her needs than usual. It was almost as if it knew that she was not long for this world. After my grandmother passed away, our dog's behavior changed dramatically. It was much more subdued and seemed to be mourning her loss alongside the rest of our family. It would often lay in her favorite chair and seemed to be searching for her. While it's impossible to know for sure whether our dog truly sensed my grandmother's impending death or was simply reacting to the changes in our family dynamics, its behavior was a source of comfort and support for all of us during a difficult time. The emotional connection between dogs and their owners is a powerful one, and the belief that they can sense death in the family is a testament to the depth of that bond. Scientific research has been conducted on the belief that dogs can sense a death in the family, and the findings are both fascinating and emotional. One study conducted in 2018 found that dogs were able to detect a specific scent that is associated with the process of dying. The study analyzed the behavior of 22 dogs who were exposed to the scent of a person who was either healthy, dying, or already deceased. The dogs were able to differentiate between the scents and showed a strong preference for the scent of the person who was dying, suggesting that they were able to sense the change in the person's body. Another study, conducted in 2009, found that dogs were able to detect changes in the physiological state of their owners, including changes in heart rate, respiratory rate, and other physical signs. This study suggested that dogs are highly attuned to their owners' emotional and physical states and may be able to sense when something is wrong. While the scientific research on the topic is still limited, the emotional impact of these findings is profound. For many pet owners, the belief that their dogs can sense death in the family is a source of comfort and support during difficult times. The idea that dogs may be able to offer a sense of reassurance and understanding during times of grief and loss is both heartwarming and emotionally powerful. There are several physical signs that dogs may exhibit when they sense a death in the family, and these signs can be both fascinating and emotional. One common physical sign is a change in the dog's behavior. Dogs may become more withdrawn or subdued, or they may exhibit more vocalizations or whining than usual. They may also become more attentive and clingy, refusing to leave the side of the sick or dying person. Another physical sign that dogs may exhibit is a change in their eating or sleeping habits. They may lose their appetite or become more lethargic than usual. They may also have trouble sleeping or may be more restless than usual. Some dogs may also exhibit physical signs that are more subtle, such as changes in their body language or facial expressions. They may appear more anxious or nervous, or they may display other signs of stress such as panting or shaking. For many pet owners, these physical signs can be both fascinating and emotional. The bond between dogs and their owners is a powerful one, and the idea that dogs may be able to sense a death in the family and offer comfort and support is both comforting and poignant. While the scientific research on the topic is still limited, the emotional impact of these physical signs cannot be denied. The belief that dogs can sense a death in the family is not limited to scientific research and personal experience. It is also deeply rooted in cultural and spiritual beliefs that have been passed down through generations. In many cultures, dogs are seen as protectors and guardians, and their ability to sense death is often tied to these larger spiritual beliefs. For example, in ancient Egyptian mythology, the god Anubis was often depicted as having the head of a jackal or dog and was responsible for guiding souls to the afterlife. In Hindu mythology, dogs are believed to guard the gates of the afterlife. In some Native American cultures, dogs are seen as spiritual guides and protectors, and their ability to sense death is believed to be a gift from the spirit world. The Navajo, for example, believe that dogs are able to sense danger and warn their owners of impending harm. These cultural beliefs reflect the deep spiritual connection that many people have with their dogs, and the idea that dogs are more than just pets, but rather, spiritual guides and protectors who are able to sense the unseen. While the scientific research on the topic is still limited, the cultural and spiritual beliefs surrounding dogs and their ability to sense death are a powerful reminder of the deep connection that many people have with their furry companions. For those who hold these beliefs, the idea that their dogs are able to offer comfort and support during times of grief and loss is a source of strength and solace. While many pet owners believe that dogs can sense a death in the family, there is still much controversy and skepticism surrounding this idea. One of the main criticisms of the belief that dogs can sense a death in the family is the lack of scientific evidence to support it. While some studies have suggested that dogs may be able to detect changes in the body that are associated with illness or impending death, the scientific research on the topic is still limited and inconclusive. Critics also point out that dogs may exhibit changes in their behavior or physical symptoms for a variety of reasons, and that it can be difficult to determine whether these changes are actually related to a sense of impending death. In addition, some people are skeptical of the idea that dogs have any kind of supernatural or spiritual ability to sense death. They argue that the emotional bond between dogs and their owners can lead to changes in behavior that may be misinterpreted as a sense of impending death. Despite these criticisms, the belief that dogs can sense a death in the family remains a deeply personal and emotional one for many pet owners. For those who have experienced it firsthand, the idea that their dogs were able to offer comfort and support during a time of grief and loss is a powerful reminder of the deep emotional connection they share with their furry companions. Ultimately, the controversy and skepticism surrounding the idea that dogs can sense a death in the family highlights the ongoing debate about the relationship between humans and animals, and the extent to which our pets are able to understand and respond to our emotions and physical states. So we have it here, friends. The question of whether dogs can sense a death in the family is one that has captivated pet owners and scientists alike for many years. While there is still much debate and controversy surrounding this issue, there is no denying the powerful emotional bond that exists between dogs and their owners. Whether or not dogs have a supernatural or spiritual ability to sense death, there is no doubt that they are able to provide comfort, support, and companionship during times of grief and loss. From therapy dog programs to training to simple companionship, dogs have the ability to play a powerful role in helping people to cope with the emotional and physical challenges of losing a loved one. Ultimately, the question of whether dogs can sense a death in the family may never be fully answered. But for those who have experienced the comfort and support of a beloved pet during a time of loss, the answer may not matter. What matters most is the deep emotional connection that exists between dogs and their owners, and the ability of these faithful companions to provide comfort and solace during life's most difficult moments. And that concludes our showcase of today's topic. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel and don't forget to share this video with your friends, family, and relatives so that they too can enjoy videos on wild animals. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.